Welcome to this WKTV sports presentation. I am Mike Moll, along with cameraman, producer extraordinaire Gary Vandevelde and Doug Hansen are here, and we are coming to you from Wyoming Lee High School for the annual Stuby Overmire Card and Collector Show. It's an event Ty Emelander spearheads as a fundraiser for all of the sports teams here at Wyoming Lee. And as always, if you look over my shoulder for the 15th time, which is every single one of them, Mr. Denny McLean has joined us once again. So we're glad you are joined us. Hope you enjoy the program, and we'll talk to you soon with somebody else. Well, welcome back. We're joined now this time by Ty Emelander, who's the organizer and spearhead of all of this. Ty, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's kind of feels a little bit normal again, and it's kind of cool to see a lot of people we haven't seen in over 2 years now, and it's really kind of nice.
Absolutely. So, everything is held up good. You've been healthy through all of this, and everything's good.
Yeah. I think early on I may have had it. A lot of my coworkers. A bunch of us that work with special ed kids, we all were real sick early on, and we've been around a lot of people had it, and there's a handful of us just we've never had it. We have a feeling we may have already had that.
Right.
But it was very, if it was what I had, it was very strong. I missed a little bit of work because of it, and I don't do that very often.
Yeah, definitely. And as you're getting ready, this is what, number 15?
Yes, I think. With us having it, not having it 2 years, and
yep.
I think it's 15 or 16 times we've done this now. So
okay.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Oh, I bet not. It probably does the morning that you're setting everything up, or the night before when you're setting everything up.
The night before isn't as bad as the teardown when it's over.
Okay.
Because today's been a long day, and at the end of this, we got to have the school looking like it did when we started. So it'll be a little bit of work at the end of the night.
Yep. Now, it looks like you've got about the same number of vendors as what you've always had.
Actually, we totally sold out again, which
nice.
we've sold out every time, every show. This year, we had a little trouble getting approval, so it took us a little more time. So it wasn't as organized as I'd like it to be because some guys were kind of jumping in late, and we sold out about 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
And some guys come in a little bit. There was some confusion on the number of tables they had today, so we actually have more tables in there now than we usually have. I think we're at 53 instead of 50.
Wow, that's great. And of course, Mr. McLean is back with you.
Yes, yeah, it's good to see Denny again out. I see him a little bit, not like I used to. I used to go to Cooperstown with him every year, and we haven't been able to do that in a couple years. So he come and watched us play softball this year. That was kind of fun. I got to see him then a few months ago, and it was good catching up with him at dinner last night and seeing him here today. So,
what? From a baseball point of view, I know you're the manager and everything here. What impact has all of the COVID and the pandemic had on your team and your teams in general here at Lee?
The first year we had COVID, the first year COVID hit, I think we are in our second practice. We were outside, and our kids were told that they weren't going to be able to play baseball. That was hard.
Oh, I bet.
I had 9 seniors that year. We would have had a pretty good team. I think we'd had, I don't know if we'd had pitching to be real good, but we'd have been solid kids that knew how to play baseball. It really impacted us the next year because a lot of kids actually were juniors and sophomores. They went and got jobs, and people can't find nobody to work right now.
Right.
And it isn't like they let these high school kids work around. These kids are making pretty good money, so they're going and making good money, but they have to be there now, where they couldn't say, well, I got baseball practice, I got a baseball game. So that affected us a lot last year. We didn't have a varsity baseball team. We only had a JV team with a couple of sophomores down and a couple of juniors playing JV. Now, we're hoping to have varsity this year. I think we will. We're hoping to reestablish JV, and I think we're close.
Okay. So the numbers are building back up at least a little bit.
Yeah. I had a really fun group of kids. They worked hard, and they were a fun group of kids last year. And
yep.
We're hoping to reestablish our spring trip, which we haven't been able to do in a while either. So,
absolutely.
And
you always go down to?
Georgetown, Kentucky.
Yep.
I already got clearance from them to use their facilities. We put in the paperwork this week to reestablish the trip, and I don't see it being a problem, but
good.
You never know.
And that's what some of the fundraising from this event
Without a
goes
doubt,
towards.
without a doubt. My lady that cuts my hair, she gave $500, and it's specifically to go towards the kids and helping them go to trips and stuff like that.
Yep. And that's just got to be a riot for the kids. I mean, they have to have so much fun. I know you work them.
It's fun. It's fun, but you know, there's a couple of days where we wear them down so much they're so sore. It isn't all that fun. we put in our practice time down there. It's a lot of, but I enjoy it still. I enjoy being on the field. Hoping to get our kids a little more baseball knowledge. You know, where they're more knowledgeable. Some of our guys are pretty new to it, and it's not their fault when they don't know something. But you know, sometimes I want them to get there a little quicker than, you know, they do, and it sometimes can be kind of a tough
and it's got to
deal.
be a pleasure watching your daughter, who's the coach here now for softball, go through her things.
Well, you know, it's sadly she just resigned as a softball coach. Yes, she took on a new position at her work, and she can't no longer commit to the time. And it's too bad, because I think she had a really good senior pitcher coming back, and I think they were going to win a lot more games. And you know, I don't know if you know, we're no longer in the OK conference. We're in the Alliance conference. I think she would have won a lot more games this year, but she still loves it. But Bella's playing, so she coaches Bella in the summer, and I foresee maybe coaching a little bit of travel softball with my daughter in the future. We'll see.
There you go. And Bella's how old now?
Bella's 6.
Okay. It's always fun seeing the videos that you guys put together. I saw her doing the windmill in one of them, getting ready.
Oh yeah, we're pushing her a little bit, you know, and we don't want her to hate doing it, but this year she really seemed to love playing softball.
Yep.
So that was a good thing.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Well, Ty, it's always a pleasure being back here at Wyoming Lee, seeing this show and being a part of it, seeing yourself, seeing Denny, and just being able to, as you said right at the start of this, having something be a little bit more like normal again.
Yeah, it's good. You guys, I've seen you guys for years come here. I love seeing you here. I'm glad you're all healthy and doing well.
Yep.
I seen Ray Peeler Jr. the other day, and I'll say this: we'll always miss old Ray too, because he was a big part of this.
Absolutely. WKTV in general, he was a huge part of. So, all right, Ty. As always, thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. You take care.
Thank you, guys.
We are joined now by Bill Hamilton. Bill, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thanks a lot. It's great to be back. Between COVID and my surgery on my foot, it's good to be back.
Everything is good with the body now?
Yes, everything's working. I'm happy for that. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, like you say, between COVID, I know last time we saw you, you were on, I believe it was a scooter you had going around.
Yes, it was, and unfortunately I got pretty good at it because I had to use it for some time. So, but I'm glad that's retired now and I'm walking well, so I'm very blessed.
There you go. And it's always a good event to be back here at Wyoming Lee for this show.
Absolutely. I love doing it, supporting the school, supporting the kids, saying hi to Denny and all my fellow dealers here that I've known for years. It's a great time. I love it.
How many shows do you do a year, Bill, roughly?
I probably do 20.
Really?
Now that I can.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm back to doing about 20, maybe up to 2 a month. Okay. Take a little time off depending on the summer's hard. But other than that, I try to do about 20.
Okay. And most of them right in the West Michigan area?
Yeah, I'll go from Lansing to Muskegon, to south of South Haven. Yep. Right around in this area.
Nice.
Yep.
What special thing? I know most vendors, when they come to a show, they always try to prize and showcase something. What would yours be today, Bill?
Well, today I like this replica home plate I have here, and it's signed by Mickey Lolich and Bill Freehand. I have the tickets here for when they signed it, which I think is a great piece, commemorating the '68 World Series and those two guys playing in Game 7, the famous play at the plate with Freehand blocking out Brock.
Yep.
So I just sort of like that. It's a nice piece, good history.
Absolutely. So especially, we just talked with Denny and with the passing of Bill Freehand not that long ago, too. So it adds a little bit more to it yet from that point.
Yes, mainly for that reason, if no other reason. I I question myself about bringing it out. So I suppose if I take that home with me, that'll be fine.
There you go, absolutely. So now you do a show as well.
Yes,
Can
I
you
do.
give us information on that so our viewers can see that?
Absolutely. We do the show in Holland. It's on Super Bowl weekend. It's Saturday, February 5th, 2022. This year it's 1 week before the Super Bowl because they moved the Super Bowl out a week with that extra game. But after 26 years and 76 shows, this will be the last one I'll do.
Really?
And so we're really looking forward to everyone coming out and having a good time there. It's a well-traveled show.
Yep.
A lot of good dealers there as well, and hoping people will come out and enjoy it.
Yep. So the last show, does that mean retirement from this, or?
What that means is maybe after 25 plus years of setting up and organizing the show, I'll probably stop doing that, but it's hard to say if I'll ever stop doing this.
There's always a treasure to be found, and as I look around today, there's a lot of young people, and that's good to see at the card shows again, because I was lost for a lot of years.
I like that. We really try to cater to the kids in Holland. Giveaways, shopping sprees, free things on the table for them to keep them interested in the hobby. There's a lot of things that have gone the way of being fairly expensive,
Sure.
and maybe running some of the kids out financially.
Yep.
So anything we can do to keep them involved, we try to do it.
There you go. That's an excellent idea. Well, Bill, I will let you get back to business, sir, but it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your schedule today with us.
Yeah, thanks. My pleasure. It's good to be back.
All right.
Take care.
Absolutely. You too. We are joined now by one of the, I won't say old timers, but a veteran of this show. We'll go that way with it. Mr. Tom Brooks.
How you doing?
Tom, how you doing today?
Wonderful, thanks, man. Glad to be here again.
That's right. It seems longer than 2 years ago, doesn't it?
Seems like an eternity. So I'm glad to be back in the loop here at Lee, and hallelujah.
Absolutely. So it's always a fun time. It's always a good event. You always have Denny McLean, and you always have the front table, sir.
Yeah, kind of seniority rule there, and I helped promote this show immensely. This year there was a silent auction, and I went ahead and brought that nice Red Wings mirror. So if you're gonna go big or stay at home.
Yeah, it is very nice mirror. I was looking at that earlier on the auction block over there. I see you still have your 500 home run bat. I almost walked away with it just now, but I got caught.
Yeah, that one is special. I tell you, most everyone on there except Mike Smith and Reggie Jackson are deceased now. So Willie Mays is still around, but reading a book about him right now. Willie is quite the incredible guy. So I couldn't be more thrilled with the purchase of that book. I just purchased about a week ago. I got about a little less than a half to go.
Okay.
So.
And you always have some very neat stuff that you bring to this show. What was, and it may already be gone, the specialty that you came with today, or is it still hanging here?
No, it's still here. It's the LK line jersey over here with all the stats on it. And it's autographed. It's got the JSA certificate with the sticker right below AL. AL did a tremendous job on it. If I didn't have another jersey at home with all the 68 Tigers on it, that would not ever be here, because that's how nice that is. So that, I would say that's my new special piece.
And I have to thank you because my wife got one of those from you earlier that is framed and on my wall at home. So
Beautiful, beautiful, yeah. Love it when a plan comes together.
absolutely, without a doubt. It always seems to. You always seem to hang on to something for this show, knowing that Gary and I are going to be here.
Yeah, that's easy. You guys are always, you're always here. We're always doing this. So I always have to kind of think, what can I get those guys? So I'm glad you're here and enjoying the show.
Yep, we appreciate it very much, as always. I see you've got a customer looking at some things that might be having some cards, so we'll let you get back to business, Mr. Brooks. But
All right.
Thank you, my friend. It's always a pleasure.
Very good to see you. You take care of you. Thank you. Take care, Gary.
We are joined once again. Seems like every year we come to the show. Vern is always here. It's always a pleasure to stop and talk with you for a few minutes, Vern.
It's a pleasure to have you come and see me. You know, not everybody just comes to see me, you know.
That's right.
They come to see my stuff, but not just me.
Well, we do it differently here.
I know you do. You're people. That helps, right?
That's right, exactly.
So how many years you guys done this show?
Oh, boy, they're putting me on the spot for once. I think I have been a part of it for probably 6 or 7 years
Of
myself.
the 15 or so?
I know Gary and Doug are older veterans than that. How many guys? All but 2.
You guys probably have a special place in Arlington Cemetery, don't you?
There we go. Turnaround is fair play with the questions for once, you know? Oh, man.
Anyway.
You always have your bobbleheads. I was looking, you've got the one right here in front of you. I was looking at the one, you've got it over there as well. I think that's great.
He likes to blow, this is like Robertson. He likes to blow bubbles.
That's right.
Yeah. That's Suarez. That's the one they don't. Remember they got rid of him?
Yep.
They didn't want him. Now he hit 39, 40 home runs.
Exactly. Down
Big.
in Cincinnati.
So instead they go there and get the catcher that can't hit.
Yeah. Seems like a fair trade, you know?
Yeah. Don't go after the high guys. See if we can piece it together, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Well, we got to give him credit for. I think the guy that's managing is pretty good right now, though.
Yeah.
Hinch.
He certainly seems
He's
to
a good
have turned
man.
him in a hurry.
He's a good man. Yeah. Maybe he'll get the shortstop from Houston. I don't know.
Yeah.
Korea
Yep.
or somebody
that's
like
the
that.
rumor mill.
Yeah.
He's going to bring him over.
So anyway, that's the guy that blows bubbles. What else do you want to know?
What other bobbleheads do you have that you just, I mean, you always have a great
That are
collection.
not here, or
Well,
that
that are here.
are here, other bobbleheads. Well, everybody likes Cabrera, but I haven't had a lot of interest in him today. I think it's because the season's not on.
Yep.
This is a bank, you know that probably.
I like the one next to him,
I've-
that Pudge one there. That's kind of cool.
I had 2 of those. One guy bought one of those.
Okay.
And he said, display it like this. I said, you're right. I should show how it looks.
Yep.
And he helped me with that.
There
so
you go.
I thanked him. And I thanked you for buying one, too. So
Absolutely.
I've had people look at Cousins, the Michigan State guy. He's now playing for the Vikings. But the Vikings aren't doing so hot. So
Gary will buy that from you.
But we won't talk about Michigan State too long here today.
No, thank you.
No.
I appreciate that.
So we'll talk about that Purdue game this afternoon they got to play.
That's right. That's the next game right there.
So one that I like over here is the Altuve one right here. It's when he won the triple. What did he win? Let's see, the World Series in 2017. He has his little his
Out of the
trophy with it. Yeah, I like Altuve. I wish the Tigers had Altuve. Yeah, he's a good little hitter. Shows you that size doesn't mean anything if you know how to hit, right?
Yep, exactly.
So I like that one. And let's see. What else do I? Oh, there's a Yogi Bear out here. It's kind of nice, too. I'm surprised nobody's asked about Yogi yet, but he's pretty nice.
That one when I walked by.
Yeah. I've had one person buy a Berry starting lineup already today.
Okay.
He's always popular.
Yep.
I'm surprised Maglio hasn't gone yet. Maglio's out there.
I have looked at him twice.
Uh-huh.
I told these guys a story of it that we had a get-together at our house during that game, and everybody went into tears when he hit the home run.
Oh, yeah.
But my daughter and I went into tears for a different reason.
joy.
No, not out of joy. We had tickets to the day's game the next day that was never played.
Never played, yeah. And I thought there might be more interest in Scherzer, but not yet. You know, once they don't leave the Tigers, it seems like there's less interest in them.
Yep, exactly.
You have to find people that just simply collect the bobbleheads. But I think I have a couple of all the Cooperstown specials over there with Morris and Trammell.
Yep.
When they were out first, they were pretty hot, but
Okay.
now it's slowed down a little bit. You never know. I bring enough stuff here to look at, and it'd be nice if somebody just come here and buy me out sometime, and go home.
You also do a show coming up.
Right.
When is that? Give us a
March
little bit of
5,
information.
2022, we're going to return. We canceled for the COVID.
Yep.
So this will be our 30th show.
Nice.
That's March 5 at Westside Christian.
Yep.
9 to 3.
Okay.
We're working on a signer yet. We don't have that done yet. I just got told this week actually we could do the show.
Okay, good.
I still do the recruiting. Another man does the overseeing of it.
Okay.
So, but I've been with it all those 30 years. So, yeah. So it'll be good. Well, I'm starting to talk to some of the guys that were there before and give them first crack to come, and then we'll go from there. We got to get a brochure to get our PR person left for family reasons, so they have to get a new person to do some of that work.
Yep.
But yeah, March 5 at Westside Christian School, 2022, 9 till 3. There'll be probably 50 tables, food, hopefully a signer. We'll see.
Yep.
If any of you guys are available to sign, I'll hire you.
Mr. Hansen, he's always is.
Yeah. He could put Mickey Mantle's name on a baseball.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, earlier he was in there saying that he was Denny McLean, so he might as well.
He looks like Denny's brother.
We are joined by
Marv VandenBosch
Marv
from Zeeland.
There you go, the big town of Zeeland. Marv, it's always good to see you, sir. How have you been?
Very, very well. Thank you. Thank you.
Good.
You betcha.
It's good to be back at a card show, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. Boy, just really look forward to them. You better believe it.
Yep.
Yep.
The business has been
Pretty good. The last few years, this type of market right here has really come up.
Yep.
And you're seeing it too when we're buying. Very expensive. If you want something nice, you're going to pay for it.
Yep.
So,
And just a reminder to our viewers, you deal with primarily what?
54 through 64 tops baseball cards.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yep.
So, and that's enough.
Are they getting harder to find, or are they coming a little bit more visible?
They are getting harder to find if you want them really nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you find them online more or at shows?
I find most of them online.
Really?
I found a few here today,
Okay.
but so yeah, that's fun. I like that.
And how many shows do you do on an average now?
Probably about 3 a month on an average.
Wow.
3 a month.
Okay.
Yep.
West Michigan area?
Detroit once a month.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, in Detroit once a month.
Wow.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep. Yep.
And do they have like players come in for autographs
Yep.
and stuff?
Yep. They don't have very good ones. It's the minor stars that played 1 or 2 years,
Okay.
but
All right.
that's nice.
Yeah,
it's still
absolutely
nice.
so.
It is. So.
Is there any card in particular that you are looking for?
Oh,
That
wow.
one that you would just say, oh, that is the card.
Well, yeah, probably another 54 LK line.
Okay.
I've got one here, but it's not as nice as what I'd like.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'd like to have another one of that.
Yep.
Yep.
And on the display case that we are standing around behind or anything down there, what is like your showcase card if you had one right now, do you think?
Showcase card. Oh, man. Oh, I still always like my 59 Norm Cash, that
Okay.
rookie card. I still like that. That's not by far the most expensive card, but it's still one of the nicest.
Everybody always seems to have one of those. It may not be the highest price, but it's just like, I like that card.
They're always looking for it.
Yep.
Yep, they come to the table. Oh, yeah, I got to have one of them. I know I got one already, but I got to have another one.
Yep.
So.
There you go.
Yep.
Do you always try to find two of everything so you can sell one and
No,
keep one?
I do not.
No? Okay.
Nope.
I
Nope.
know a lot of dealers do that.
If I have the opportunity, yes.
Okay.
I mean, if I pass one through on the computer and I look at it, I'll bid on it, definitely.
Yep.
So, yep. Yep.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, I will let you get back to business,
Good.
sir. It's always
Thank
a
you.
pleasure to stop and
All
talk with
right.
you.
Thank
Glad
you
to see
very
you're
much.
doing well and staying healthy.
You betcha. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. You have a good day.
Thanks for
All
joining
right.
us.
You bet.
Well, we are joined now by, let's see, it's been so long, I forgot his name.
Ken Slik. I thought of George on Fridays, but I'm back to Ken on Saturdays.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Depends on what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can understand that. It's good to see you again, sir.
Good to be seen, you know.
I bet so. I bet so. I looked at the shirt when I walked by the first time, the Grand Rapids Owls. That's going back to the late 70s and early 80s.
My wife had to get groceries, and my kids and I would go see the Owls, you know, and the building just rocked. It was scary. One time we had a puck come right up by us, and I grabbed it and put it under my foot and looked over there, and everybody, whew, whole crowd goes over there looking. My daughter just about died laughing. She thought it was so funny. But I still have the puck. But
there you go. And the shirt.
yeah.
That's going back to the old
Oh man, yes.
old barn days out there in Walker.
You know, we Owls had a habit of fighting. Sometimes you'd have 5 fights going on at the same time.
Yep.
And the building would be a rocking, you know. None of us would have been surprised if it would have, but it didn't. So.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been an interesting year. So. The Tigers actually look a little bit better.
They did. They made some improvements this year, record-wise. How are things been here today for you, sir?
Mostly okay, but the funny thing about the shows, they've changed over the years. The cheap stuff doesn't sell much anymore. Now, I sold 2 items around $100 and another one by $80. But I've only got $300 in sale, which is not a bad day, but I mean, it's in 2 good items, and then a couple. But,
Interesting.
I don't know. I can't even sell Joe DiMaggio. Somebody didn't know who he was, but they thought, is he the guy that bought Marilyn Monroe flowers until he died? Yeah, he still does it.
They thought there was a song about him someplace, right?
Seen a movie the other night where it said that he the president sneaked Marilyn Monroe in the White House, and they had passageways underneath. But then Bobby's family said no, it wasn't true. But then he said, Uncle Ken.
We have a stalker.
But you know,
Don't spread your lies on TV, Kenny, okay?
I only tell the truth as I see it.
As he sees it is the key word there. Well, we always seem to get an update on the old coach here, Tom DeGennaro.
Yes.
We were looking for him. We didn't see him today, but I understand he was here earlier.
You know, Tom's been a friend of mine for a long time, and we like to support Lee High School. That's where we got to become friends. And then he was here today, and he was setting up stuff and talking. It was so good to see him walking around. You know, it made, no matter what happening in my life, just seeing him at the moment was just a highlight, just a big moment. You know,
He'd been through a lot.
yeah, and he sat here and he got heavy stuff out. This guy walks up and says, "Oh, I like that. I like that. You take $500 for everything on your table, Tom."
All right, sir. Well, as always, it's a pleasure talking with you.
You
It's
guys
good
are
to see you
special.
again in a couple of years. It certainly seems like it's been longer than 2 years since we've been able to get together here.
But you know, you guys are you're just super. I see you coming and I get a smile on my face and my heart just a little easier, you know.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we get the same thing when we get to talk to you. So I thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that is going to wrap up our show today. We hope you enjoyed it. A special thanks to Ty Emelander for putting this all together again, the vendors that took time out of their schedule to talk with us, and, of course, Denny McLean spending a few minutes with us again. It's always a pleasure to see him. So, thank you for joining very much. I hope you enjoyed the program, and until next time, all the best.